What if you woke up tomorrow and every dollar, every coin, every digital balance, every forgotten bill under a couch cushion belonged to you? What if suddenly money stopped being a barrier and became your prison? We often say, if I had all the money in the world. It's a fantasy, the freedom to travel, to buy, to give, to build without limits. But behind this innocent daydream lies a profound paradox. What happens when one person owns everything and everyone else owns nothing? Let's follow this idea not out of greed, but as a lens, a way to examine the invisible structures we all live within. Because sometimes to truly understand a system, you have to push it to the extreme. So first, the basics. How much money is there in the world? If we're talking only about physical cash, bills and coins, estimates hover around $8 to $10 trillion. But most of the world's wealth isn't physical. Add bank accounts, stocks, digital assets, investments, and the number climbs past $100 trillion. Now add real estate, corporations, intellectual property, land, and we reach over $500 trillion. But here's the twist. Most of that doesn't really exist, not in any tangible sense. It's numbers in servers, agreements in code, trust in systems. Money, at its core, is a story we all choose to believe. A collective myth we've written into law, into screens, into habit. So if you suddenly owned all of it, what would that mean for the world? What would it mean for you? Because if everyone else has nothing, your everything becomes worthless. You see, money is not about having. It's about trading. It's not the paper or the metal that gives it value. It's the relationship it enables. The bridge between needs and solutions, between people and possibilities. And if you're the only person standing on that bridge, there's no one to cross it. But let's keep going. Imagine somehow you magically summon all physical cash on Earth. Every coin, every note, every dollar, every euro, every yen. It forms a mountain, a massive pile of currency towering higher than skyscrapers, heavier than monuments. More than 20 Empire State Buildings in weight. More than 20,000 statues of liberty in volume. It would be beautiful, in a way. Shiny, chaotic, glimmering under the sun. And you stand beside it like a king surveying his kingdom, until physics kicks in. Because that mountain, it doesn't stay a mountain. Like wet sand, like snow after a storm, it collapses. A tidal wave of money crashes outward. A tsunami of coins, a storm of bills. The friction is brutal, the pressure immense, and you, standing so close, are swallowed whole, buried not by poverty but by excess. 100 years ago in 1919, a massive molasses tank burst in Boston. Molasses is slow, right? Safe? Wrong. It poured through the streets at 35 mph, crushing buildings, taking 21 lives. Now imagine that wave, but made of nickels, dimes, pennies, and paper. More destructive, more ironic. You wouldn't swim through wealth like Scrooge McDuck. You'd drown in it. But maybe you're smarter than that. Maybe you don't summon the cash. Maybe you rewrite every digital ledger on Earth. One line of code, and you're the owner of everything. Every property, every patent, every business, every bank balance. On paper, or rather on screen, you own the world. But then a problem arises. Ownership only matters if others accept it. You can declare yourself the emperor of Earth. But if no one believes it, then you're just a lonely soul with a crown made of pixels. Money, like language, like law, is useless without consensus. It works only because we agree that it works. And if you break that agreement, the spell is broken. You own everything, but you can't use any of it. Let's shift our lens now. Let's say you don't want to hoard this unimaginable fortune. You want to do good. Build, share, heal, balance. That's where things get interesting. Because now we're moving from possession to purpose. Imagine what could happen if you, with unlimited resources, decided to reshape the world. No one sleeps hungry. Every child has access to books, to safety, to hope. Forests are protected, not bulldozed. Diseases are treated, not ignored. You don't have to be a savior, just a catalyst. Redistribution isn't just an economic theory. It's a poetic act, a spiritual one. It says, I see you, and because I can, I will. In that moment, perhaps for the first time, your money starts to mean something, not as a symbol of power, but as a tool of healing. Because money, at its essence, is condensed time. It's stored energy, a promise that your hours, your labor, your imagination, can ripple outward and touch the lives of others. But like all energy, it can build or destroy. The same $20 bill can buy someone dinner or buy a weapon. It's neutral until it passes through human hands. And in those hands, it becomes a reflection of the heart that holds it. So maybe the real question isn't, what if I had all the money in the world? Maybe it's, if I had the power to shift the world, would I know what to do with it? Because to have everything is to stand alone at the top, but to give with intention is to connect, to build, to evolve. In the end, wealth is not measured in zeros, it's measured in impact. In the trees that still stand, in the dreams you funded, in the strangers who now smile because of something you once did, quietly, anonymously, and with grace. If you could have everything, would you still remember what's truly worth wanting? Would you remember that freedom isn't about having no limits? It's about having choices that matter? Would you remember that love, meaning, and beauty can't be bought, but can be built? Because maybe, just maybe, what defines us isn't what we accumulate, but what we awaken in others. And in the end, that might be the only kind of wealth that lasts. If this video sparked something in you, wonder, reflection, or even a quiet pause, then it's already done its job. Now, if you're still with us, do one more thing. Hit that like button. Leave a comment below telling us what you would do if you had all the money in the world, and make sure to subscribe for more mind-bending, heart-opening thought experiments like this one. Thanks for thinking with us. We'll see you in the next question.